What's up, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Pro Exterior Cleaning. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm actually meeting with a director of maintenance tomorrow over a really large school system here in Oklahoma. And I spent a big portion of my day just getting my truck cleaned up, get everything back together. Had a busy week this past week and my truck got pretty messy. So I just got it cleaned up. I actually added a hose reel, or two hose reels. One for some high pressure hose and then some garden hose. That way my wet line can go to this machine and that machine. And obviously I have that hose reel for my 8 gallon per minute. But anyways, just kind of got that together today. Just want my truck to look good. You know, your presentation of your equipment and yourself when you go meet a director is important. So the truck looks good, everything's together, and I'm happy with it. So anyways, I had a guy who lives in Nashville. He bought a brand new pressure washing trailer set up. I mean, everything's on it. And as we all know, the weather's going to get really cold this week and this next weekend. So we talked on the phone for probably about 20 minutes about how we keep, or how I keep my machines just kind of out of the elements, how to keep them safe from the cold. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is run some antifreeze through your pumps. And there's actually some stuff called Pump Saver, and you hook it up right here for your smaller machines where your water source goes, and you spray it in there and then let it sit overnight, and then you can hook up your machines, your 4 gallon per minute machines or smaller, and then just run them and get all that solution out of there, and it'll keep your pumps from freezing and it keeps everything lubricated in there. Now for you guys who have the larger pumps, like an 8 gallon per minute machine where you have to use a tank, I just fill this tank up halfway with water and 3 gallons of antifreeze, and I run about 50 gallons through my 8 gallon per minute pump, and that's what I've been doing for that, and it's worked well. I've had 0 issues. So if you want to take a step further and you don't have a garage, or you do have a garage, like for me, I have a garage, but my truck's too big. I can't fit it all the way in my garage. So I just back it in, and cold air still gets in here, as you can tell. So what I did, I went and bought some grill covers. I have that one on my 8 gallon per minute. I have one here, and then I have some blankets for this machine. And I'll just cover them up every night. And then I have these heat lamps. So these lamps you see are just putting off heat. And this one here is really warm. So if you were to step out there into that 28 degree weather, or 30, whatever it is, you would definitely feel it. But if you came in here with these heat lamps on, and then you gotta keep in mind, the house is pushing heat in here as well, it stays pretty toasty. So my machines they stay warm, they stay out of the elements. They're not gonna get rained on or snowed on. Yes, cold air does get in here, but I think these heat lamps really help. Actually, I know they do. So like when I go out there and then come back in here, I can feel how much different it feels, and it's actually pretty toasty in here. So you guys who don't have the privilege of having an insulated garage and you have to keep your stuff outside, maybe you can run an extension cord and buy these lamps. They have a clamp on them, and you can buy like a bulb. Like that one right there puts off a lot of heat. You can buy all these bulbs at Home Depot or Lowe's. Same with the Pump Saver. The Pump Saver for the 4 gallon per minute is at Lowe's and Home Depot. These bulbs and the light clamps are at Home Depot or Lowe's. And then obviously antifreeze is at Lowe's and Home Depot. So you can go to either one of those stores and get everything you need. If you want to go an extra step and get some blankets and some tarps, you could even do that too. So anyways, that's how I do it, guys. I baby my machines anyways. I worry about them in this cold weather, but they can withstand a lot. But when it gets down to that cold, I would try to take the extra step, and trying to find a way to keep them warm. So also, let me step down here. Oh, there's my big guy. I keep it in here. There's my 20-inch surface cleaners. Kind of keep it in here for when I need it on my ladders. My garage is a mess. So this stuff is called heat tape. And I wrap it around my pump and my engine here kind of like that. And then I'll plug that in, and this heats up, and then I'll throw a blanket over that, and it'll trap the heat. So that's another option too. It's called heat tape, because I really don't have a light hitting this machine directly. And this is my hot water unit, which is very valuable to my business. And then, along with my 2 hose reels I added over there, I added this little box here. And in this box, I just have all kinds of tools and my shooter tip, my X-Jet, some WD-40, plumbing tape, channel locks. Because I was tired of going in my truck and looking for tools and my soap nozzle and all that kind of stuff. So I just put this little box in my truck, and I bolted it down to my truck there, and then it has this lid I put on here. You know, that way if it rains or whatever, it doesn't get wet. So just always thinking of ideas to make my life more convenient. The more convenient you work or efficient you work, the more money you're gonna make, the faster you get jobs done, you know, the better. So I have all kinds of stuff. I have about 3 extra pumps in there, extra tools, nozzles, extra hoses. There's my other power washer I showed you guys, pump sprayer. So I have everything I need here. A bunch of extras, more chemicals there. There's my 275. Thinking about putting that back on my truck. Anyways, guys, this is just an idea of how to keep your machines warm. And I mean, you could even run an extension cord from your garage out to your trailer and use these heat lamps and just let them shine on your machine, and they're gonna stay warm. I can promise you. Those heat lamps put off a lot of heat. So, all right, guys, Scott Lett Pro Exterior Cleaning. I'll see y'all this week. I have, like I said, that school to look at tomorrow, and then a big residential job to go look at, and then I have a couple jobs. So I'll see y'all this week.